In this video, I will be showing you how to put together this Mousy Ornament card, which is a box card from Simply Crafty SVGs, and it folds flat to fit into an A7 envelope. So here are all the pieces to the Mousy Ornament card, which is the box card. So these are the card pieces, these white pieces here. And we have the really teeny pieces like the eyes and the nose, the star and the little hands and feet in here, so we don't lose them. And what I did is these are the little panels, so these will just go on like this. And you could use a pattern paper. I thought it would be cute with the hat and this to be a pattern paper, but I just couldn't find one I liked. I needed to get out my Christmas stuff, and since it's July, I was just having a hard time finding one I liked. I had a ton of digital, but I didn't want to print and cut. So those are just going to go like that. So these pieces you can put aside. And I kind of put them together the way that they were layered. So we have these 3 Christmas tree pieces, and then this back piece. And I used a gold cardstock. Then this. These are the pieces for the ornament. So that'll go on the mouse as well as the most of the rest of these except for the star. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put these on, and then we'll go ahead and layer these together and then layer these. So let's do the easy one first. I'm just going to move them. So if you want to know which order to put these in, it's in the PDF file, but I'm going to show you. So we'll just put that actually up there. So let's get some easy things done. So I tried to limit the colors in this card, but I couldn't. I just was having a hard time I wanted some color to it. So my way of limiting it, instead of making you could do the pattern paper. So the file is, you can ungroup like these panels away from the reds, even though it's grouped together with the red hat. You can go ahead and ungroup it, and then you could make the hat a different color if you wanted to. So I tried to do that, be mindful of that, because I probably want to make the card a little bit different next time, which I will. This will be one of my Christmas cards this year. Whatever I make usually becomes one of the mini Christmas cards. So then we want to put these aside with the rest other inserts that we just put aside. Then let's do this. So we're going to go from the easiest to the hardest. Because I used a glitter paper, it might be a little challenging to glue it. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add glue at the top. And the only reason I do that is because I can't usually figure out how to put it up there. But the rest of it I'll put down here. And I am using Barely Art glue right now. I also use art glitter glue. I just happen to like the size of this bottle now. I used to not like it. It took some adjustment. And then mostly American Crafts texture cardstock. Obviously this glitter. I believe this is Cricut glitter. So I'm just lining this up. And that top, we'll have a star to put on top to cover. So it always helps to kind of turn it over. Then we'll have this piece. So the medium piece, so it's large, medium, small. Always progressively going towards the top. And then just kind of reach around, make sure. So with piecing, you just kind of make sure things are lined up. So that's the hardest thing with piecing. And picking colors. I always say picking colors is hard. I like doing box cards. I like the dimensions. Making it dimensional so it can sit up. So I really wanted a pattern paper, so I went with pattern on the tree. So I'll put that aside, and then let's put this right in the middle here. Oh, forgot the star. Let's get the star. So the top star, we'll just add glue here. And the reason why I add it down here is because I dropped things. If you watch me, just make sure you're ready with a paper towel if you need it. If you get a little glue on your fingertips. I always say just if you get a lot of glue on your fingertips that you need to go stop and just wash your hands. Fortunately, this is not one of those projects that it's too easy to get too much of that on you. So I'm going to let that dry. So now we have this. So let's do the ornament first. So we have this, the ball part. It'll go like this, and this will go on top. So let's do this piece first. And we want to piece this together before we put it on the mouse. It'll just be easier. You got to be able to layer it right. And so it's metallic on metallic, which is always fun. So I'm not getting it lined up right, but I know I'm going to have a foot down there, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Actually, I think I put it on the wrong side. Let's try this. So it's not perfect, it's not symmetrical. I'm not drawing as symmetrical these days, so when it comes to these things, you want to dry piece them first. Doing a lot of freeform drawing, which is fun. Doesn't look as geometric. So if it doesn't fit, you were on the wrong side. And then place this. So this little rigid part will go down here. It'll line up. There's a little at the neck. It lines up. So let's go ahead and just add glue here. Do not go much higher than this. And I'm going to use my pick-me-up tool to pick this up so it's got a little gummy at the end, so I can place it a little bit more accurately. Make sure it's there. So with metallics, it does take longer for the glue to set. So you want to make sure that it's set before you move anything. I'm just going to flip it over and apply pressure. So there's that. So I'm just going to put that to the side because we're going to need it. So now I put it kind of in the order of what needs to happen here. So we're going to go ahead and put this little piece together. If for some reason you're having troubles cutting this out, just make sure with Cricut they have an intricate, I think a cardstock intricate cut. I used my Silhouette to cut this with the CB09 blade, but you can do it. Usually multiple passes help. I had a little tearage back there, but not much. So you want to put the glue on the one with the openings. And I'm just going to line it up to this piece. See the black through it. This is where the nose will go on top. So we'll just get that nose out. So I'm going to pop these out. Just keep them in my embellishment bowl until I'm ready. I already added little white marks for the eyes and the nose. They're going to go towards the right. So I'm just going to put it right there. Make sure you overlap the those cuts so you can't see the ends of them for the whiskers. I'm going to move those eyes out of my way and make sure I got all the arms. I'll do that last when after I put that on. But I'm going kind of taking each piece off. So now we'll do this one. I'm going to do this together. And it lines up at the top. Sometimes you just don't get it right the first time when you line it up. So this shows how it goes together from left to right, from bottom to top, just in case there's confusion, as I did make a minor mistake in the video that's upcoming, but this will tell you how to piece it together. So I'm going to take these apart and go the opposite way now. So you can see I'm going to put this on that. And once we get this whole thing put together, we will place it on the insert. So you just want to carefully place it. You could probably get glue in most of the edges a little bit. Maybe you just be careful. But you know, I'm going to have the feet there, and the bulb will be right there. So things will be covered just in case. So now I'm going to put the ears. So you want that little arch going up like that. And you want to make sure that it's the same distance on the border on the right as the left. So you don't want to go all the way to the right and left with the glue, but as you can see, then we'll put the head on. So each layer is going to give it more dimension. So line up those openings. That'll be the easiest way to put it on. Then we'll go ahead and put the hat up here. So I filmed this incorrectly to start with, so you want to put the eyes on first, and you can see I kind of have them overlapping, and I used my little tool to do that, just to place them. And then you want to put this on, and then you can see that. I'm going to show you in a minute, and then put this on. But I'm going to show you, so right now I'm going to show you how to line that up, but you want to do this before this. So I had little pop-up dots on this. So now we have the feet. We're going to go ahead and these are symmetrical. The hands are not. So these ones are symmetrical. So you can use them on either side. So you want to get them set down in place. I didn't put that face on straight. We'll go ahead and line the second one up, and then we'll put the hands. And make sure you lined it up there. This one wasn't lined up. I'm just going to go ahead and pop these on. Honestly, they're not symmetrical, but you probably wouldn't notice it too much if they went on the opposite way. So there it is, with the exception of this little piece here. Our little mouse. So now we want to go ahead and put these on the insert. So you just want to line them up and glue them on. Just like that. And then we'll go ahead and I'm going to put those on, and then we'll go on to the next step. So we went ahead and just attached or glued these on to their panels. So this is the front insert and that's the back. What we want to do is to fold these little tabs back. Actually for both, but for this one we would need the tabs folded in the front. So what you want to do is fold them back and then fold them back up. Then I'll use something like my handy dandy bone folder to get it a valley fold, so it folds forward, and that's for spacing when we put these in. So now we're ready to put the card together. So let's go ahead and make sure this is folded. Go ahead and just glue this tab underneath this back. This is the back side. So we're going to line this up, this edge up to the tab fold, but not over. And then we're going to add the inserts. So now we're going to put the inserts in. So we'll go ahead, and this is the front, this is the back. So the way it's going to go in, we want to fold, obviously have these up. So this is going to go forward like that, and then it'll go behind like that. So it'll be like that. Make sure I can get it in the middle here. So the way I put these together is a method. First of all, these are going to line up at the bottom for both of them. So just show that. So we're going to go ahead, you see where that fold is right there? So this is the front. We want these folded forward, so I'm going to put glue. When it's upside down, this will be the left side. I'm going to go like this, fold it. So really I don't need to fold it, I'm just going to put it up, right up to the edge, but not quite. So don't go over it. I'd say it's always safe to go a little bit to the left of it. Then just putting it down before it dries so it's lined up on the bottom. And we can gently fold it over. This one folds backwards, but it's going to go like that, right? So we're going to put glue on this one right here, flat like that. So same thing, a little bit to the right. We want it to line up on the bottom here. So we're going to fold this back. I'm only doing this way just so you can make sure I'm illustrating how to put it together. Fold that up. you can put this flat. I'm just lining up the bottom edge. And this is a little bit, like I said, to the right of that inside fold right there. And we want it to dry good and well. So what it's doing is now it's creating it right there. Whoops, right there. So make sure it dries well enough for you. And what we'll do is fold it over like that, so you can see how it's folding over, like that. So I'm going to still apply pressure. And we're going to fold it like this. So this is going to go flat, like you see it. And this is going to fold inward. So when it comes open, it'll be all set on the other side. So the first one is the bottom part. So right here, make sure this tab is folded forward. I'm going to go ahead and just glue that separately, and at the same time I'm making sure that right here that it's lined up. So it's lined up on the bottom edge. You can do it all at once, but I'm just doing step by step. You can see how it glued it in right there. And then the second one is the back one. Sometimes that happens. For some reason I got it folded weird, and it's because I pulled it open too quickly. So this one is already folded backwards. I'm going to add glue to the front here. I'm going to place it flat. It's going to go right to the left of this, well, not right, but to the left of that. So I'm just going to make sure it's flat and it's lined up on the bottom. And once that's done, we can go ahead and fold that in and add glue to that last tab right there and just flatten this. So I'm not going to open it quite yet. So this is a 5x7 size, so we do have A7 envelopes with our free basic envelope set that you can make, or you can buy 5x7s. The reason I do standard card sizes because of easier to get. So there, it flattens to go into an envelope. And then it'll come up like that, so it can sit, and you can put your own sentiment on the front. Just something fun. I did emboss these with I think it's Gem Swirl from Darice. It's an embossing folder. And that's it. If you did like this video, I always ask if you could give us a little thumbs up. And I thank you so much for watching.